Hello guys, today we will make a vegetable lasagna, which is way better than a meat lasagna in my opinion. First of all, it's incredibly fresh, it gives you a lot of umami vibes from the roasted tomatoes, zucchinis and carrots. It's a very simple recipe that requires few ingredients, it's very rich and flavorful. This episode we will also start making our own pasta for the lasagna sheets, following next week an episode only about pasta and its history. To be fair, I don't know how this dish was created, but if I were to guess, like every Italian dish, it appeared out of necessity. Like Adam Ragusea and Mario Batali said, the best Italian dishes are born out of poverty and use very basic ingredients.
Batali constantly underlined that most great Italian food is born of poverty, and that's part of why it's so good.
What you'll find traditionally in this largely agrarian society is that most often we're just using plain old ordinary water. And that's one of the reasons why when you taste these soups, they're going to be something that are so redolent of just the simple pleasure of exactly what's in it and not this murky broth made.
Anyway, let's get this started. First, we will prepare the vegetables including the carrots and the two types of squash. The dark green one is an Italian squash called zucchini. Fun fact, the flowers of squashes are eatable and are considered specialties. They are usually fried in batter. After we washed and cleaned them, we need to grate these vegetables on the biggest size grater so you can feel their texture in the final dish. After you finish grating them, we need to clean 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, crush them, and then add the crushed garlic to a pan with a little bit of olive oil and some melted butter. After the garlic starts to golden, we add the grated carrots first because they cook the slowest. When the carrots have cooked through a bit, we'll add half a glass of wine and wait for the alcohol to dissolve. Then we add the two types of squashes. If the vegetables look a bit dry, add some butter so they don't burn. Then add a glass of water and sprinkle some dry or fresh oregano. When the vegetables are almost cooked through, mix in some parmigiano, salt and pepper to taste. Check to see if it needs anything else, then let it cool down. Now we'll make the bechamel sauce, which you also did last time. Again, we will melt some butter and try to forget how much fat is in this dish and just enjoy its taste and add some olive oil. To this we will add flour, trying not to form bubbles in the sauce. When a thick paste has formed, we can slowly add the milk a little bit at a time so we get about half a liter of liquid. Now on the fire it goes, keeping an eye on it not to burn and mixing it constantly as it gets thicker. If you fucked up, don't stress about it, you can fix any mistake. For example, if the sauce is too loose, mix some milk separately with more flour until it becomes a paste and add it to the pan. And if it is too thick, add more milk, easy peasy. While the sauce is still cooking, add some grated nutmeg and parmesan. When the sauce is ready, let it cool down and then mix it with the vegetables. Check one last time for salt and add some if it is needed. At last we will make the pasta. And I'm not gonna lie, it was hard mainly because I forgot how to make it. And I screwed up a bit, but in the end it turned out fine. My first try, I wanted to make it as authentic as possible by making a well and adding the eggs in the middle without actually weighing the ingredients, and as you will see, it failed. But I didn't give up and I looked online for a recipe because I lost the one I got from my family in Italy. And I found Gennaro's recipe. So from Gennaro's recipe we can see that we need to add 100 grams of flour to 1 egg and a little olive oil and of course some salt. I mixed all the ingredients with my mixer in the second run because I was lazy and I was angry for the last attempt, but you can use your hands if you don't have a mixer. The dough is ready when there are no wet parts and when there is as little pasta dust as possible. But you still have to knead the dough by hand for a couple of minutes until it feels very springy and it has come together. Let the dough relax in the fridge for half an hour and don't forget to give it some personality by drawing a funny face on it. When Hector decided his vacation in the fridge was enough, I started preparing him for the torture equipment, aka the pasta machine. Cut the dough in 3 to 4 equal pieces and put them in a bowl covered with a wet towel. Take a piece and fold it into a rectangle and make it as even as you can so you don't lose too much pasta in the end. Then start putting it through the machine, increasing the thinness every 2 folds. When you reach the 7th gear, stop and cut the pasta sheet in rectangles that fit the tray that you'll use. Now with everything ready, it's time to assemble. We need a deep tray and a wide tray, preferably a glass one to see how the lasagna is cooking. First, we will put a layer of tomato sauce. Any sauce will do, you don't need something fancy. If you don't know how to make tomato sauce, don't stress because I am already working on a video of Italian sauces, so don't miss it. After we put the tomato sauce, we will also put a little bit of the vegetable composition and we will cover them with some pasta. Then again, we will put some vegetables, some pieces of mozzarella and a bit of tomato sauce. We will repeat this until the dish is almost full. Don't forget to save some mozzarella for the top of the lasagna so it will have a nice golden crust. When it's all assembled, we will pop it in the oven for 40 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. When it is done, please leave it to cool down because 1. It's hot like molten lava and 2. It flows like molten lava. If you let it cool down, you'll be able to cut nice pieces. That's it guys, thanks for watching, hope you liked this shorter video with just the recipe. Next week I hope I'll finish the pasta video and post more videos in general. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and also Jim's Instagram who films all the videos. Have a nice one.